Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to Jolou Yoga. Today's class is a gentle flow, encouraging us to slow the practice down a little, to feel into each pose more, to enjoy that time, to bring the awareness into that mind and body breath connection so that we can unwind, de-stress, release any emotions. And this can be done any time of the day. However, it may be a great practice for you at the end of a busy day, the end of a busy week, or just when you're not feeling that your energy levels are quite so high and you just want to move your body with a little more ease and comfort. This could be that great practice for you. We'll take out some of the effort by dismissing with vinyasa, which we would normally take in between each side to balance it out, and we'll make the ease come more. So drop ego already. Remember, all I want you to do is enjoy the practice, enjoy the movement, and really feel into it. That you can not worry about how flexible you are, that you will just go to your position of comfort where you can feel the stretch. It doesn't matter how deep you get into it. All our bodies are different and we're all at different levels. So take the time to remember that and come and meet me in a comfortable seat at the back of the mat. You can have blocks handy. If that is something that you use in your practice, please have them nearby should you wish to use them. So let's get straight into the practice. Coming into child's pose, extended child's pose. So knees together, feet together. And let's just extend the arms out in front of you. And we can lower the chest and belly to the thighs. And this might be where you're at today. If you want, you could make fists with your hands and make a little tower and bring your forehead to rest on your hands here. If not, and you're with me, we can extend the arms fully and then lower the head, the forehead to the mat. For the sake of the video, I will keep my head lifted so that you can hear me. So please begin to settle in to this moment. Allow yourself to soften and weigh heavy into the mat. Put aside anything that has already taken place in your day or that lies ahead of you, and bring yourself into this present moment. Bring awareness to your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Normal rhythm of breath here. Arrive at this moment on your mat, this time that you've taken out of your day for you. Soften across your forehead, in between your eyebrows. Soften into your facial muscles and into your jaw. Do a body scan, checking from the top of your head towards your feet, checking for any tension you may be holding. And allow yourself to soften and relax even more. Bring some awareness back to the breath as you extend your inhalations and exhalations, keeping them equal in length. And as you do so, noticing how everything softens and relaxes, that the nervous system awakens and allows you to follow the breath. Just like when you take a big sigh out, everything understands, your body understands that you can relax. Keep this breath awareness throughout the physical asana practice as we move mindfully from pose to pose. Move from a place of comfort and ease 2 more breaths here. From our extended child's pose, moving through cat and cow. So inhale, tuck the chin to chest and start lifting the hips off the heels, but rounding in the back all the way through the spine, rolling forward to the shoulders, come over the wrists, spreading the fingers, pressing into the palms. Maybe you widen your knees to hip width distances apart. This is a slightly longer version of cat pose. Press between the shoulder blades. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the belly and chest. Lift the gaze, cow pose. Inhale, keep cow pose. Exhale, take the hips back to the heels. Back to your extended child's pose. Inhale, tuck the chin to chest. Lift the hips round all the way through the spine as you roll forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, drop the belly and chest, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Keep cow. Inhale. Exhale, move the hips back to the heels. Extended child's pose. 1 more round. Inhale, chin to chest. Lift the hips round the back, roll forward, shoulders over wrists. Press away from the mat. Exhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly and chest. Cow pose, lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, keep cow. Take the hips back. Extended child's pose. Inhale, walk the hands in towards your knees. Option 2, stretch into the feet or the toes. You can stay on the tops of the feet, or if you want to open your toes, tuck them under, check the little toes are tucked under, trying to draw the ankles in towards each other. If at any point this becomes uncomfortable, just come back to the tops of your feet. So bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra at heart center, pressing the palms together. And soften the eyes and your gaze somewhere ahead. Inhale here. Exhale, stretch the hands out in front of you. Inhale, reach them up, follow them with your gaze. They can be together or apart. Exhale, open them out to the sides, bend the elbows, draw the elbows down towards your hips as you bring the shoulder blades together, lifting the gaze up, cactus. Inhale, draw everything back to heart center, hands together, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, extend the palms away from you. Inhale, reach them up, follow them with your gaze. Exhale, bend at the elbows, open them out, down towards the hips. Take the gaze up a little. Inhale, draw everything back into heart center. Come off the tops of your feet and just give them a little tap to release. Sit back on the heels, twisting to the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you. Back of left hand presses against the outside of your right thigh. If you can, try to look over that right shoulder, extending through the neck. Keep the torso long. Inhale, unwind. Reach the hands back up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, back of right palm. Presses against the outside of your left thigh, gazing over that left shoulder if you can, lengthening. Inhale, unwind, reach everything back up. Exhale, back to the right. Right fingers behind, right hand to outer right thigh. Inhale, unwind, everything reaches back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left, left hand behind. Keep the torso long. Inhale, unwind, reach everything back up. Exhale, bring everything back to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Come up, bring the hands in front of you. Take your knees hip width distance apart. check that your hips are lined up over top of your hips. We're going to open to puppy pose. So start to walk the hands out in front of you, keeping them shoulder width distance apart. And then begin to lengthen the body. So inhale, find that length. And then exhale, lower the chest, melt it down towards the mat. Maybe you need to crawl the fingertips a little further away from you. We're trying to wrap the triceps round and down towards the mat and melting the heart towards the mat. Doesn't matter how far you get, how low you get, as long as you're feeling an opening either in your upper arms, your armpits, your shoulders, your chest. Lowering the forehead to the mat if you wish. Puppy pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel the chest pushing down. Inhale, lift the forehead, lower onto your forearms and shift forward and lower the hips onto the mat for Sphinx pose. Your forearms are parallel, shoulders are lined up over top of the elbows, pressing into the tops of the feet, chin is parallel to the mat, squeezing the legs, lifting the navel, opening across the collarbones, drawing elbows towards the hips, hips towards the elbows. Find your breath, find that connection. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower to your chest. Bring your right fingertips tented underneath your right shoulder and extend fully your left arm out to the side, checking that the wrist is in line with your shoulder. Lower your chest to the mat and then inhale, lift the right leg, not the hip, just the leg. Bend at the knee and flex the foot. Push into the right hand and roll off onto the left side body. You can stack the top leg on top of the bottom or keep the leg bent and reach for the floor to the left side. Feeling that chest open here. Maybe you feel it in your right quad and hip flexor as well. And then inhale, roll yourself back and move on to the right side. So left fingertips tent underneath the left shoulder. Fully extend your right arm out to a T to the side. Shoulder in line with the wrist. Lift the left leg. Bend at the knee and flex your foot. And then press into the left hand and roll off onto the right. Again, you can stack top leg on the bottom or find a connection to the floor behind you. Remember to breathe. Inhale, roll back to center. One more time on each side. Extend your left arm out to the side. Right fingers tent underneath your right shoulder. Keep your chest connected to the mat. And then inhale, lift your right leg. Bend at the knee. Keep the foot flexed. Press into the right hand. Roll off onto the side. If it's not comfortable on your neck, you can keep your head lifted. As always, find something that works for you so you can balance the ease and the comfort. And then roll back to center. Tent the left fingers under left shoulder. Extend the right arm out to a T to the side. Lift the left leg. Bend at the knee and flex the foot. Press into left hand. Roll off onto the right side. Nice breaths here. Inhale, roll yourself back to center. come back onto the forearms to your Sphinx pose. One last time. One breath here. And then tuck the toes so you can press into the knees and lift the hips up, walking the hands back. Preparing for down dog, so spread into your hands, into the fingers like starfish. Press into the finger pads, into the knuckles, into the heel of the hand, the sides, and then keep the toes tucked. Shift the hips back and inhale, lift those hips up high for down dog. There is absolutely no need to worry about your heels touching the mat in your down dog, as long as you're keeping a nice, long, flat spine, extended arms, wrapping your triceps under towards the mat. Hug your navel up and in towards the spine. You can pedal the feet, lifting one heel and the other, gazing between the feet or the knees. Remember to breathe. And if you feel that your back is rounding anywhere, take your feet back a little more so that you can find that length. Pressing the chest back towards the thighs. And then inhale, go ahead and lift your right leg up high, three-legged dog. It doesn't matter how high it gets, you can keep that foot flexed, pointing down towards the mat. Exhale, bring that knee into the chest as you roll forward, shoulders over wrists, and step that foot close to the left thumb, right thumb. You can use your hand here to help you lift the foot and place it down. We're all going to meet in low lunge to lower the back knee. This is an opportunity where you might want to use your blocks to give you some extra height, but reach the arms up, lengthen the torso, lower your hips, Anjaneyasana. Maybe you take the gaze up towards the hands. And if you want, you can reach the hands back a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Left fingers to the mat or to the block. Twist open to the right. Reach the right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, let's circle the arm to the back. Sweep it forward on the inhale. Bring it up. Exhale, bring it round and back. A couple of more circles at your own pace. Breathing as you lift, inhale, and exhale as you lower. One last. Bring the right hand to frame the right foot. You can use both hands on blocks here as we're shifting the hips back to half splits, lifting the right toes towards your face, towards the ceiling. Hands can be on blocks either side of the shin or extended further out. Your choice, or be on fingertips. Keep the right hip drawing back, the left hip drawing forward to keep the hips squared off, and always keep a bend in the knee if you need to. So inhale, lengthen here, and exhale, fold forward over that leg. Inhale, bring it back, and then plant the palms and just swing the right knee back to meet the left hip width distance apart. This is where we're skipping a vinyasa. Inhale, drop the belly and chest for long cow, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, keep the toes tucked and lift the hips up high. Back to your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee to chest. Really round at the back as you roll forward, shoulders over wrists. And then step that foot forward, close to the left thumb, lowering the back knee for your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, Lengthen the body. Left hip is coming back, right hip is coming forward. Just square off the hips. Gentle gaze ahead. Or reach the arms back a little more. Take the gaze up a little. Inhale. Exhale, right fingers come to the mat. Inhale, reach up and twist with your left hand to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, reach to the back. And then sweep the arm down, forward and up. Exhale, sweep it down, forward. Inhale, reach it up. Arm circles, good for the shoulder. Last one. And then bring the left hand to frame the left foot. Use your blocks if you need to. We're going to half splits, so shift the hips back. On the inhale, lift the toes. Bend the knee if you need it. Lengthen and exhale, fold. Inhale, come back onto the sole of the left foot. Plant the palms and bring the right knee to the back to meet the left. Inhale, lower the belly and chest, gaze up, cow pose. Keep the toes tucked, exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Press the chest towards the thighs. Stay stationary or pedal your feet. Press into all areas of the hand, into the index finger and thumb. Lift the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest, round in the back, and then step that foot forward to the right thumb, lower the back knee. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Take the gaze up this time if you didn't already. Try it, reach, lengthen the body, lower the hips a little more to the mat. Exhale, plant the palms, send the hips back, half splits. Inhale, lengthen your body. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, bring the sole of the foot back to the mat. Plant the palms. Slide right knee back to the mat to meet the left. Inhale, lower the belly and chest. Cow pose. Keep the toes tucked. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee into the chest. Roll forward, arch in the back as you step that left foot to the left thumb. Again, use your hand around your ankle to help you get it there. Nothing bad about that. Lower the back knee, lengthen your body, and then inhale, rise. Reach the fingertips up, lower the hips. Gaze ahead, or take the gaze up. Maybe you reach back a little more with the arms, and the gaze follows. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame that foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, half split, send the hips back. Lift the toes of the left foot. Lengthen your body. And exhale, fold. Keep a bend in that knee if you need it. Just feel the stretch in the hamstring. Wherever you are today is good for you. Inhale, roll back onto the sole of the foot and plant your palms and slide that left knee back to meet the right. Hip width distance apart, toes tucked. Inhale, lower belly and chest, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Stepping forward to high lunge this time. Bring the knee into the chest, come high on the back toes, round in the back, roll forward. Step that foot down to the right thumb. Stay high on the back toes, deep bend in that right leg. And then inhale, use the squeeze of your inner thighs to rise. Use your core, lift the arms up, high lunge. Try to keep a natural, neutral even tilt of your pelvis so that it's turning down, not sticking out, not tucking under, just down, reaching down towards the mat. Gentle gaze ahead, using your inner thighs to hold you here, pressing into the front foot. Exhale, open it out, arches lunge to the right. So your arms are in a T, the palms are facing the right side of the mat. Keep those hips lowered if you can. Keep reaching with the fingers. Breathing here. Inhale, unwind. Reach everything back up. And then exhale. Plant the palms, frame the foot. Lower the back knee. Slide the right knee to meet the left. Lower belly and chest, gaze up, tailbone up. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. Maybe you notice this downward facing dog is different from your first. Maybe you feel more open in your hamstrings, in your ankles, in your upper body. Inhale, lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Come high on the back toes, bring the left knee into the chest, roll forward. Step the left foot to left thumb. Stay high on the back toes and inhale, rise for high lunge. Reach those fingertips up. Deep bend in that front leg. Keep drawing the right hip forward, left hip back to square off the hips. Maybe you find a little more depth here. Gaze ahead or gaze up, whatever feels good and comfortable for you. Feel the pose. Inhale, exhale, twist and open. Arches lunge to the left. Your arms are in a T. Palms are facing the left side. Hips are still lowering towards the mat. Reach with the fingers. And breathe. Inhale, unwind. Reach it back up. Exhale, plant the palms and lower the back knee. Swing the left knee to meet the right. Lower the belly and chest. Tuck the tailbone up, gaze up. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips high, downward facing dog. One more round. Inhale, lift that left leg up high. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Step it forward. Find your strength in your core and your legs as you inhale and rise for your high lunge. Staying here a few moments. Take the gaze up if you wish. Exhale, open it out. Arches lunge to the right. Follow your breath. Inhale, unwind back to center, reach up, and then exhale, plant the palms. Lower the back knee, slide the right knee to meet the left. Lower belly and chest, gaze up. And then exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee to chest and step it forward for your high lunge. Find your strength and your balance as you inhale. Rise, reach the arms up overhead. Lift your navel into your spine. Lower your hips if you can. Press that back heel away from you. Gaze up if you wish. Reach back a little more. And exhale. Open it to the left. Archer's lunge. Reach again. Lower the hips. Feel the pose. Inhale, bring everything back to center. Reach up. Exhale, plant the palms. Lower the back knee. Bring the left knee to meet the right. Lower chest and belly. Lift the gaze. One last cow pose. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a really long breath in. And then sigh it out with noise. Sigh out some of the heat that you may have created. Take one more breath like that. Inhale. Sigh it out. Take your feet as wide as the mat and bend the knees if you need to walk the hands to the back of the mat. Bring the heels in and the toes out and begin to lower to Malasana, to your yogi squat. You can absolutely sit on a block to make it more passive if you wish. If you don't have a block, that's fine. Lower the hips. Hands can be in front of you, or if you wish, press arms into legs, legs into arms, and then bring the palms to your heart. Lengthen the breath just like we did at the start of practice. Maybe you close your eyes and take a few moments to recognize where your body's at right now. The squat, Malasana, is great for an everyday pose, to open up into the hips, to lengthen our lower back from any sitting, prolonged sitting we may do. Take a few moments. Then bring the hands out in front of you and start to lift the hips on your inhale. Heel toe the feet to hip width distance apart. Bend in the knees, nice generous bend, and bring your belly to your thighs. Take opposite elbow to opposite hand, and then let the head hang heavy. Ragdoll. Sway side to side. Let the head move yes, no, if you wish. Enjoy this freedom of movement. Taking long breaths. On your next inhale, release the fingertips to the mat. Keep a bend in the knees. And then forward fold. Begin to straighten if you can. Hips are lined up over the ankles. If you don't have that flexibility today, keep a bend in the knees and bring the head towards the legs the best you can. Inhale, halfway lift, so lift the back to like an L shape, so nice flat back. And then exhale, fold down again, head to legs. And from here, roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last to standing. Arms by your sides, palms facing the front of the mat. Samasthiti here. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Soft gaze ahead. Inhale, reach the arms up, half Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Exhale, hinge from your hips as you fold forward and down. Uttanasana. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong legs as you come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up, take the gaze to the thumbs if you can. And exhale, hands by your sides, Samasthiti. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach the arms up, follow the hands with the gaze. Exhale, hinge from your hips, bend the knees if you need to. Forward fold, head to legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. This time, take the right wrist with your left wrist with your right hand and find a slight bend in both legs as you bring the left leg behind and reach over to the right. So slight curtsy and a side body stretch in the left. Then inhale, bring everything back to center, reach up. Exhale, take right wrist with left hand. Bring right foot behind you, slight bend in the knees, stretching over to the left. Inhale, reach everything up. And exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold. Bend the knees and start to walk the hands carefully, mindfully back out to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhalation and a full exhale. Inhale, look forward between the hands and bring the right knee down to meet the wrist and the left knee down. Come to high kneeling. Knees are hip width distance apart. Your hips align up over your knees. You're going to take a small back bend, a gentle camel pose, not the full variation. So just squeeze the inner thighs as if you're holding something between them and squeeze your glutes together, keeping that line of knee under the hip. Press into the tops of the feet and bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, roll the left shoulder back. Exhale, roll the right shoulder back, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the chest up towards the ceiling, pressing those thighs forward to the top of the mat, squeezing the butt, squeezing the thighs, lowering the ears to drop the head back a little. So we're opening across the collarbones, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, we're squeezing the glutes, the inner thighs, and we're pressing the hips forward. Opening in the upper back, no pinching in the lower. If that is the case, please ease out of the pose. One more breath here. And then inhale, come back up. Put the fingertips on the mat, cross the feet under you, and come to seated. Figure four, seated figure four to open the hips. Extend your left leg and cross the right ankle over the left thigh, keeping the foot flexed. Bring the hands behind you as you come onto the sole of the left foot. If this is already enough of an opening in your hips, stay here and press that right knee away from you. If you want a little more, just shift the hips forward, closer towards the heel. You can stay stationary, or you can start swaying from side to side. Find something that feels really good for your body today, where you can enjoy the stretch, where you can enjoy the freedom of movement. Maybe you just want to stay still. A few breaths here. Where can you feel the stretch? Notice it. Draw all your attention to it. If your hips are closer to the heel, just take them back so that we can extend the left leg and extend the right leg. Moving on to the left side, so cross left ankle over right thigh. Keep that foot flexed to keep integrity of the knee, and then press that knee away from you. Bring the hands behind you so you can slide the right sole of the foot to the mat. Again, staying here, pushing that knee away, or bump the hips closer to the right heel, keeping length in the body. Maybe you sway, maybe you stay still. Again, just feel where that stretch is. Can you enhance it with comfort and ease? Does it feel good? Is it a release? Keep those inhalations and exhalations the same, long if you wish. Keeping the nervous system low. And then bump the hips back. Extend the right leg, extend the left leg. Shift forward a little to center yourself on your mat so you can lower onto your back. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat when you get there. And then find your ankles with your fingers so your feet are roughly hip width distance apart here. One last hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift the right foot up to the ceiling. You can either point or flex. Take hold of the back of your thigh or your calf by interlacing your fingers. Bend that knee a little if you need it. Loosen it up. Draw the leg close towards your chest to feel that opening into your hamstring. Option here to point and flex the foot, or maybe you want ankle circles, pops and cracks, all welcome. Mine are definitely doing it. Keep pulling that thigh towards your belly and chest. You can take hold of your big toe with your peace finger and thumb if that's in your practice. And then release with control and cross that leg over the left. Heel toe the feet over to the right side of the mat and drop the knees over to the left. Open your arms out to a T either side of you, maintaining connection with both shoulder blades in this twist. Gaze can be up, or maybe you gaze over to the right if it's comfortable for your neck. You could also take your right thigh with your left hand, adding a little weight there to enhance the twist even more. Twists are so good for massaging your digestive organs, to strengthen all the little muscles in your back. Inhale, bring the knees back up to center, unwind. And let's move on to the left side. So press into both feet and then lift the left foot up to the ceiling, either pointing or flexing the foot. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh or the calf and draw the leg towards you. You can have a bend in the knee, a generous bend. We're all at different stages in our practice, as long as you feel that stretch. Again, if it's in your practice, you can take your big toe with your peace fingers and thumb and hold the leg there, keeping the thigh bone in its socket. Micro bend in the knee if your leg is fully extended. Also, there's the option to point and flex, or take those ankle circles, pops and cracks. Release that with control and cross the left leg over the right. Heel toe the feet over to the left side of the mat and drop your knees over to the right. Extend your arms out to a T, gaze up ahead or gaze over to the left. Option again to bring right hand to left thigh, tag in a little weight there to enhance your twist. Keep the shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Inhale, head back to center. Bring the knees back up to center and unwind. Slide your feet out and down to the corners of the mat and bring your arms out either side of you. Give yourself space between the arms and the torso. Palms are facing up, preparing for Shavasana. Snuggle the shoulder blades under your heart center. Let the feet flop open. Natural curl of the fingertips in towards the palms. And tuck the chin slightly so you can feel that space between your neck and the mat. Notice the space between your low back and the mat. Close your eyes softly. And just focus on your breath. Shavasana is a pose of reset. So let everything weigh heavy into the mat, turning off the muscles. No more work to do. Just soften and relax. The time to quieten your mind as well as your body now. The physical practice is done. Hopefully you felt some opening in your body and some freedom and enjoyment in the movement. Take these few moments. Take one big breath in. Pause at the top. And exhale. Inhale in. Pause at the top. And exhale. Shavasana. Inhale, wiggle your fingers and toes. Start to find some movement in your wrists and your ankles. And reach the arms up overhead. Take a full body stretch if it's calling out to you. Roll off onto your side. And keeping the eyes closed, slowly in your own time, make your way back up to seated, to a cross-legged seat or a seat of your choice. And when you get there, hands to heart center again, one last time, Anjali Mudra. Take this time with a little nod of gratitude for your body, for your practice, for what you've achieved in these moments on your mat, for the connection of the mind, body, breath. And if you feel good, maybe you take any of those good feelings with you after the practice. Thumbs to third eye, chin to chest. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you enjoyed this practice, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hopefully there'll be more to come. Thank you.